Hi everybody, this is Michelle with Creative Operation and Country Craft Creations, and I just wanted to come on and share with you the things that I made with the leftovers that I had from our recent YouTube hop that I did with Country Craft Creations. It was our 4th of July hop. If you haven't seen it, it is in my video list, and I've got a list of all of the designers that participated in it. It was really fun. We had a great time. There was some great projects, but then I had leftovers, and of course I've been on a kick where I really want to use up my leftovers. I'm tired of storing scraps. I really want to utilize them and do things. So I made some things, and I just wanted to come on real quick and share with you what I made. So I'll talk you through kind of some of the things because they're fun to make. I mean, they were really cute to make. They're easy, and I can talk you through them. So it's not going to be like a full-on tutorial, but we'll talk about it and I'll tell you how I did it. So let's start off with this. So in my tutorial, I did a rosette and I did a rocket and some things. Well, I made some more things with some of the leftovers, so I'm going to go through it. I have this little mini mason jar. I just tied a little ribbon on there, and then look at how cute this would be as like a table decoration or something like that. You could do this for anything. You could do it for like birthdays. You could do it for, you know, all kinds of stuff. But I just thought it was kind of cute, and it's 4th of July theme. So let's go through what's in here. So the first thing I did was make a little banner. I had some little pieces of ephemera left over that I didn't know what I was going to do with. So I ended up cutting them out into banner shapes and sticking them on the straw, added a few little of the acrylic dots, and tied, this is actually like a food toothpick that I put at the top of the straw because I liked the nubbin at the end. So I glued that in there and then tied a little ribbon on there, and then it just made a really cute little banner. I did kind of tried to wave it a little bit so it looked like it was, you know, in motion. Used some of the silver paper that I had in my collection just to kind of make it pop, and I just thought that was super cute. So I made that. And then this here is like a fringe flower. So I took a piece of paper that was, oh gosh, how wide was it? It was approximately, oh, let's see, 3.5 inches. 3.5 inches wide, and I folded it in half on the long end, and then I just used my fringe scissor and cut it, so it kind of made these little loopy things. And I just wound it around a cake pop stick, and it kind of created like a little, you know, like either a flower or a sparkler or something like that. But you can see how the little, they're made loops because I folded it and then I cut it to about 1/2 inch. I did something similar in my video for the hop, but it was just a single thing, but it's basically the same thing. I just doubled it up. So I made that. This here I thought was really cute. This is another cake pop. I put a flat back pearl on the top just to give it kind of a topper to that, and then you just tie ribbon to it and create a little flag, and I thought that was super adorable. So that's all there is to that. You just loop it through, you know, like you would loop a ribbon through a tag or something, and that's it. So 3 blues, and then you need 4 reds and 3 whites, and you create this cute little tag flag decoration, which I thought was adorable. I did add glue to the bottom one so that it wouldn't slide up and down, and then it also holds, the rest of them I didn't glue, just underneath the bottom red one, and then I glued the top so it wouldn't come off, and there you go. So I made that little flag there. I did show how to make this. There's a tutorial in my previous video for the YouTube hop on how to make these rockets. So I made another one I thought was super cute. Used up some scraps of my ribbons too. So I thought that was really awesome. Nice little decoration. And then last but not least, this is one of these parade streamers that you can make. So what you end up doing is, I'll show you, you either take a wooden dowel, or this is again a cake pop thing, and get an eyelet, if you can see that, with a screw, and screw that in there, and then with a jump ring you just thread your ribbon through there, and however long you want it, and then, you know, for a parade or whatever, you can shake it and do that, and it worked out really good. So that was really easy to make. And then I just found my little baby mason jar, and then I was just able to put all these little decorations in here. And isn't that adorable to sit on like a table or something. I just think it's really cute. So I made that. And then let's see, let's get the, we'll do this one first. I did a layout. I had this piece of flag paper that was really busy and I wasn't sure what I was going to do with it. And then I thought, well, I'm going to kind of tone it down by layering on top of it, make a layout. So I did that. I used some Pearl Sheen White Artisan cardstock from Country Craft Creations, and this is navy blue, and then the red is also from Country Craft Creations as well. The flowers are from my stash, as are the twine, but the buttons also came from Country Craft Creations as well. I did take the little banner pieces that come in the stickers and I put them onto cardstock, cut them out, and then folded them over the twine, and then that's how I made the banner pieces so the pictures can fit underneath. And this was supposed to be a 4x4 cut apart, but I just cut it down, and then this was a 3x4 cut apart, and so I thought that turned out to be a really great layout. I thought that you could totally, you know, stand this up and use it as a, you know, decoration. You know, you could put it in an album because it's not too super thick, but it is with the flowers. But anyway, thought that was really pretty, so I did make that layout. I also, let's see, I made some cards. Let's talk about my cards. So these were fun. So let's talk about this one. This one, I got this Doodlebug guy a couple years ago in a Country Craft Creations mystery box, and I hadn't used it, and I thought, well, this is the perfect opportunity. So I did put some little sparkle gems from Doodlebug that I had in my stash on them to kind of make it pop even a little teeny tiny bit more. And then I did this whole kind of spray. It looks like firework to me. So I really like doing this with scraps because it doesn't take much paper and you can mix and match and do all the things. So just made this nice little card. I used stickers on the inside and just made a great little 4th of July card. Here's another one. I used stickers with foam dots to pop them up, and again, more of the Doodlebug sparkles. And this one, instead of doing like a spray, I just laid the triangle pieces, you know, layered them down, and that made a really cute card. And this blue is from my stash, but there's the inside of the card, so really cute. This one here, again, popped the stickers up with some pop dots, and just simple, but it used up scraps. It used up all these little bits and strips that I had. This one here, I really wanted to use this, and I wasn't sure how I was going to use it. It's beautiful cut apart, and I really wanted to use it. I ended up making a card out of it that also has a pocket, and you can put some more cut aparts in there. But you could also stand this in a little easel and have this as a decoration as well. And I had to use that. I just love how that turned out, and especially with the silver behind it. I thought that was really pretty. Last card I made, and this one was just little blocks of papers that I kind of put together to make the back of this card. More pop dots and just a sticker here layered with a bunch of leftover cardstock, and then on the inside is real simple like that. So I did end up making all of those cards as well. Let's see. I made paper clips, so I love these banner paper clips. I think they're really fun. Would be really cute to use in your planner during the month of July. And the strips actually came from the cover paper to the paper collection. So I just cut them out, created banners, and then I put them together, you know, and spread them out as how I wanted them, and I just put them through the paper clip and then folded it over and glued on the back. Okay, that's all I did. And again, these are just cover paper pieces that were from the paper collection. I glued them together so they were a little more sturdy. Then I added some ribbons that I had left over and a little twine and a button, and I have a really super cute little banner. These were a little bit longer on the paper collection. So again, I just looped it through the bottom of the paper clip and glued it down in the back. And they turned out really cute. So I have one short one and one long one. This would look really cute in your planner, don't you think? Bookmark in your books. That would be a cute little thing to make. So then as I was going through my scraps, I was looking through my white papers, and I found these little mini books that I had made a while ago and never used, and so I decided to kind of stack them. So this is just a little book that I made. I decorated the front real simple with some leftover stickers, and then I just backed this little sticker on paper, okay? And the back is real plain, but let's open this up and I'll show you what I did. I thought this was kind of cute. So the top one here was a little accordion that I had made that I had never used. So I just attached it to the top and used some stickers, put a little photo mat here, and then it opens up like this. And again, you have 2 photo mats, and then I added some stickers there to kind of create some pages. And I thought that was really cute. But wait, there's more. This was, let me make sure I get it right. This was a squash book that I had made and didn't do anything with, or a squash card, I should say, on a smaller scale. So I did that, and I put, again, photo mats, and then I just added some scraps of my leftover pattern paper. So the squash book is 7.5 by 7.5, so I scored it on the straight sides at 3 3/4, and then I did the diagonal here, and then when that folds up, it just folds up into the squash book. And then when I was making it, I was like, oh, I should just add this to the front. I thought that would be kind of a double feature kind of idea that I thought was pretty fun. Before I put the pattern or the cardstock on the back, I put a piece of seam binding, and again from Country Craft Creations, and all these papers came from Country Craft Creations as well. I had purchased these to do a project with Bobbie Weaver. We did a collab project, and I'll put links below. So I had all this left over because I bought a ton of stuff, and so all of this came from Country Craft Creations. Now this paper collection itself is not available anymore, but it there are some different Echo Park and Cartabello papers that are fairly similar to this, and then also Country Craft Creations has All American and Stars and Stripes, so that would be really adorable to use with any of these little projects as well. So I'll put links down below. But that's my cute little accordion squash book. And then let's see, I made this little book. So I had several of the 3x4 cut aparts left over, and I wanted to use them, so then I decided to do that. Now I have used this tab. This is a Scrap Diva tab die that I bought at Country Craft Creations when I was in Utah, and I used it to do the binding. So it's just a single binding here. I have used this in my Attic Antiques album that I had just made for a design team project for Country Craft Creations, and so I show you how to use those dies in that video. They come with 2 different styles. They come with the single die, which you can use for something like this where you just want one place to do a ring binding, or you can use them for like the tops of banner pieces. And then they have one that's a set of 3 that I used in that album to bind that album. So I just did the one, used a book ring that I had in my stash, and then this here is an earring that I bought at another store, and I bought it solely because I wanted to tear it apart and use it as a charm. So I just took the earring back, or earring piece off of it, and used the jump ring and then attached it to that. And then I just added some of the seam binding from Country Craft Creations to make a really cute little kind of tassel. So then what I ended up doing was on the fronts of all of these pages, and I made 5 of them, I put the 3x4 cut apart. So the actual cardstock here is 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. Put the 3x4 on top, and then I did some gem dots from my stash, and then some flowers from my stash, and created the front page. But then on the backs, and I won't open all of them, I'll just open this front one, what I ended up doing was I added a little kind of a accordion style book, so it opens up top and bottom. So the fronts are all decorated, but the insides are plain, so you can add your pictures to them. So instead of just putting a flat, you know, photo mat on the back, I decided to do that. And then with my ribbons from these are from my stash, then that adds a little extra something to the pages as well, but then there'll be pictures on the inside. So that's what I did. So let's go through the album here, and I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. So again, another 3x4 cut apart, and on the back I used stickers from the collection and just added a few stickers to decorate, and then on the inside it's blank, so you can add your photos. So 4th of July celebration. I didn't add a lot of dimensional stuff on the inside of the album because I wanted it to, you know, it's going to bulk up a little bit anyway when you add your pictures. But that's how I did that. So every page has some extra places for photos. And isn't that a cute way to kind of use up your 3x4 cut aparts? So there is a little mini album. So again, the full size is 3 1/4 by 4 1/4, and I used the 3 by 4 cut aparts. So there is that. And then I had this idea, and I was just like, I was so enamored with it, I just had to try it. So I had a couple extra 4 by 6 cut aparts. I was like, what am I going to do with it? Then I remembered that in my stash I had these rolling pins, and I don't remember where I got them actually. I don't even know what I was intending to do with them. I just found them and bought them, so I did. So I decided that I was going to use my leftover cut aparts and make a scroll. It turned out kind of cute. So I'm just closing it with a little belly band ribbon tie, and then when you open it up, ta-da! So you have 2 of the cut aparts that had the writing on it, and then you had the one that was plain here. So you could add pictures here, do some journaling or whatever. I connected them, let me show you on the back, with strips of artisan cardstock that I cut, and then I just edge punched because I thought it was pretty. So they were roughly, I don't know, 1 3/4 inches wide before I punched the edges with them, and then I just used them to attach to the rolling pin and then to the paper. And then I just did the last 3 pieces that I had. Let me turn that over. So you have a little border here, and you could put another strip here if you wanted to, but I was afraid it wasn't going to roll up very nicely if I did that. And then you have this cute little scroll. So I thought that was kind of fun to have. And then you just roll it up to the middle and then put your little, now this is the hard part. But it can be done. Believe me, it can be done. And the more you roll it and everything, then the easier it gets to do. But there you have it. So, and then this just goes over here like so. If I can get it on camera, because, you know, of course you can't do anything on camera the way you can do it off camera, right? Well, that took a little more fiddling to get it back on there because, of course, I was on camera doing it. So, yeah, I saved you from having to watch that. So that's what I did with all of the leftovers. So I absolutely did smash this paper collection that I had in my stash, so it was good. So I made several cards. Here I made these little paper clips. I got a layout. I got all kinds of fun stuff, and I have a cute little table topper decoration as well. So that's what I wanted to show you today. I hope that all made sense. Very simple little projects to do, and it totally smashed everything and used up what I had from this collection. So yeah, now I can buy more. I made room. Okay, thanks for watching. Have a great day, and I will see you again soon with more tutorials and videos and fun things from my craft desk. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye-bye.